FN303 Tactical is a shoulder-fired, less lethal launcher built to give military and law enforcement teams a compressed air-driven system that can neutralize individuals or groups with minimal risk of fatal injury or collateral damage. It carries a 15-projectile drum and a semi-automatic firing system that delivers fast follow-up shots with no recoil, and no flash and no heat and no pyrotechnics, which makes it effective for crowd control and suspect compliance at distances up to about 50 meters. It fires .68 caliber rounds and uses a detachable, refillable compressed air bottle for propulsion, so it operates without traditional cartridges or powder. Equipped with fin-stabilized projectiles designed for accuracy and controlled impact, it supports direct impact and marking and paint and irritant options, including OC, giving teams the flexibility to match force to the scenario at hand. It features a light polymer chassis that is rugged enough for field abuse and includes adjustable and replaceable components, such as the buttstock and pistol grip and sights. It carries a 7.6-inch barrel and folding adjustable iron sights and an integrated military-standard 1913 Picatinny rail for optics or lights or lasers to refine target acquisition. PepperBall TCP is a semi-automatic compressed air, less lethal launcher built for personal defense and professional work, giving you a compact multi-shot option that is not a firearm, yet still delivers real stopping capability with .68 caliber irritant projectiles. It runs on compressed gas and supports standard 8-gram CO2 or proprietary nitrogen cartridges, and that setup pushes its rounds out to about 150 feet, depending on conditions and the projectile you choose, which sets the stage for how it performs in real situations. It is a non-lethal tactical compact launcher that fires potent Pava powder rounds for home defense and in-car carry, and it stays practical because it handles both standard projectiles with an effective range near 60 feet and VXR extended range projectiles that reach about 150 feet for direct impact, creating a clear difference in how you can deploy it when distance matters. It carries a 6-round magazine and delivers between 10 and 15 joules of energy, giving each shot enough force to disrupt or deter while staying within the less lethal category, and that balance leads straight into its value. PepperBall TCP is generally priced around $400, offering a compact and ready-to-use defensive tool that fits everyday protection needs with straightforward operation. Byrna LE Launcher is a high-power, less lethal handheld launcher built for self-defense and professional security work, firing .68 caliber kinetic and training and chemical payload projectiles at up to about 340 feet per second for strong disruption and stopping potential at safe distance. It's built for people who want law enforcement-grade performance in a compact platform without the legal hurdles of traditional weapons, and that sets the stage for how it performs in real situations. Its patented pull-pierce CO2 system keeps the gas unpunctured until the first trigger pull, so it stays fully charged during storage and delivers consistent power the moment you need it. That readiness pairs with white dot sights and an upgraded trigger interface that make target acquisition fast and give you better control when stress levels spike, and that combination leads naturally into its ergonomic handling. It features an ambidextrous safety and an over-molded grip that let right or left-handed users deploy it comfortably, and the 5-round magazine feeds projectiles cleanly while giving you around 17 to 20 shots per 12-gram CO2 cylinder. Byrna LE Launcher is typically priced around $480, offering a compact and high-performance, less lethal option with strong range and a ready-to-fire design. TASER X2 Defender is a professional-grade, less lethal electroshock device used across law enforcement and available for civilian self-defense in most states, giving you a dual-shot system built for serious protection in high-stress moments. It is designed for people who need reliable stopping power at close range and controlled performance when every second counts, which sets up how its firing system works under pressure. It holds 2 independent cartridges and delivers an immediate backup shot if the first probe misses or if a second threat appears, and that ability to fire again without reloading is the core advantage that separates it from single cartridge devices, guiding you into its deterrent feature. It features a loud, visible warning arc that crackles in the air to stop confrontations before you send the probes, and that visual jolt creates a strong pause point in real-world encounters, moving you toward its power source. It carries a performance power magazine rated for about 500 5-second firings, giving you a long service life before replacement and consistent output each time you pull the trigger, and that consistency leads directly into its reach. TASER X2 Defender supports an effective civilian range of 15 feet, giving you space to react while keeping the device within its intended defensive envelope. It is typically priced around $1,500, offering a high-end, dual-shot electroshock tool trusted by professionals and accessible to civilians who prioritize dependable, less lethal defense. OSA PB4SP is a less lethal defensive pistol built to fire large-caliber non-lethal projectiles for close-range protection and rapid response. It launches rubber bullets and flashbang and signal and illuminating and marking and lacrimatory tear gas rounds from a multi-barrel layout, and it uses electronic ignition instead of traditional gunpowder, which makes it legally and mechanically different from a firearm while still delivering strong blunt impact and psychological deterrence at short distances. It stays compact and lightweight at roughly 5.25 inches long and less than 1 pound unloaded, and it holds 4 rounds in its breech so every chamber is ready without cycling or racking under stress. It includes integrated sighting systems such as a laser designator to help with fast target acquisition. And that is especially useful in sudden confrontations where precision matters. The large-caliber rubber and traumatic projectiles are built to incapacitate or disorient without lethal intent when deployed correctly, and variants support signal flares and illumination cartridges for crowd control or emergency signaling. Coil Accelerator CA09 is a compact electromagnetic projectile launcher that uses precisely timed coils to pull a magnetic disc down the barrel without gunpowder, giving you near-silent operation, virtually zero recoil, no muzzle flash, no smoke, and no chemical residue because the only propellant is electricity. It runs on a rechargeable battery, and a full charge takes about an hour and supports more than 500 rounds per charge in the original design. CA09 fires 275-grain ferrous discs at adjustable velocity settings from low to high, typically in the 80 to 145 feet per second range with energy up to roughly 11.96 foot-pounds, with most of its useful range falling within about 20 to 30 feet. The 50-round magazine lets you cycle shots without constant reloading, and the system supports semi-automatic, 5-round burst, or rapid fire up to a high cyclic rate because the coils can be pulsed very quickly. Because its energy output stays below most firearm definitions in many jurisdictions, it is often positioned as a future-forward training and experimentation tool focused on precision and consistent performance without the legal barriers tied to traditional guns, while demonstrating how coil-based propulsion can reshape projectile systems in the future. Hatsan Velox is a compact, pre-charged pneumatic air pistol built for precise and repeatable performance during target practice and small game or pest work, and it stays focused on reliability for real-world use. It carries a removable air cylinder, sized at about 3.35 cubic inches, filled to about 325 pounds per square inch with an integrated pressure gauge and an internal regulator. And this setup smooths airflow so velocity and energy stay consistent across most of the fill instead of swinging from shot to shot. Chambered in .22 caliber and .25 caliber, it sends pellets around 620 feet per second in .22 and about 580 feet per second in .25, and those speeds translate to roughly 12.6 foot-pounds and about 15 foot-pounds of muzzle energy, which delivers effective accuracy in a compact frame. It feeds through detachable multi-shot rotary magazines that hold 12 rounds in .22 and 10 rounds in .25, and this lets you work through follow-ups without pausing for a refill. The design includes adjustable fiber optic sights and an optics rail cut for both an 11mm dovetail and a weaver pattern mount, and that dual setup gives you flexibility for scopes or red dots. It also uses a 1/2-inch unified fine-threaded muzzle tip that supports accessories such as moderators, and the ergonomic textured grip carries a spare magazine on board, so everything stays within reach. Hatsan Velox typically retails in the $400 to $510 range. And that places it as a compact air pistol that offers regulated consistency and real utility without jumping into full-sized gear. Umarex Beretta APX .177 is a CO2-powered semi-automatic BB pistol that mirrors the handling and feel of the real Beretta APX service pistol, and it delivers a practical way to train, target shoot, or plink without the cost or complexity of a firearm. It uses a single 12-gram CO2 cartridge inside the grip to push .1 to 77 caliber steel BBs through a smooth bore barrel at about 380 to 395 feet per second. And that speed gives the pistol lively performance for skill building and everyday shooting. It features a metal slide over a durable polymer frame, and that pairing creates realistic weight and balance with a true double-action trigger, a functioning slide release, and an ergonomic grip shaped to match the Firearm version. It feeds from a drop-free magazine that holds 19 to 20 rounds, and includes an underbarrel rail cut in a Picatinny and Weaver style pattern for lights or lasers, and that flexibility makes the pistol useful for structured drills or casual backyard plinking. Fixed sights come built in for simple aiming, and a manual safety gives steady control as you work through each shot. It is generally costs between $65 to $80, and that pricing keeps it accessible for training and recreational use without stepping into higher cost gear.